Hello everyone, Krillin here, from Dragon Ball Z. And welcome to hey there. Hello everyone, this is Dark Souls 5 here, and today is a special guest. Oh where are you tonight? What the hell? What the hell are you doing? Anyway, say your name.
Stephen Lewis.
And today, we come, yes,
Bearing gifts.
Doing!
You can save 50% off at GameStop.
Yes, we're a bunch of goofballs, and you might be wondering yourself, well, wait here. What is this, and what are we looking at? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's right. I'm wearing Goku's outfit, and he is wearing
Cell's outfit.
And today is the behind the scenes video
of Game Informer PS4 edition.
Yeah, right.
we sorry folks that it has taken so long for us to do this. We have been busy with personal life and it's hard when you work and you've got 20 things going on at 20 different times. But I'm glad we finally got this video done. Just to make you guys happy. I mean, am I right, Dark Souls?
That's right.
I mean, we're not doing
And we want to let you know, everyone know, we thank you for your patience. And yes, as you can see, I'm still working on my getting false teeth. So you're gonna have to ignore if you see me without my teeth. Sorry about that, but this is the best time we had to do this behind the scenes video. Me and him has been trying to get together and do this behind the scenes video for so long, and we couldn't figure out the time to do it, and now is the time to do it. So what you are about to see on this video, on this behind the scenes video, do not try this at home. Please leave it to us.
That's right.
Because what we do, the things we have done on these videos is kind of dangerous, and you could get hurt. And we're just goofing around. And the way I was doing my stuff, it was not really sort of dangerous or anything, but still, do not do it, please. Do not do it. I also had some personal things I won't get into. Okay. Now we're gonna end this video right here. Like I said, this is gonna be the intro of everything we have done. The ones we did, I also did the deleted scenes also. So, and with a little help with my good friend Stephen Lewis, my main man.
That's right. We are Cell and Goku. Tune in next week. Same Goku time, same Cell channel.
That's gonna be it for this video, and thank you for watching, and thank you for your patience, and we will see you later on for some more videos.
Like, subscribe, comment.
Yo, darn right, sucker. Okay, everyone, have a good day, and please enjoy these videos that we have worked our butts off so hard.
Yes, we have.
Goku wouldn't dare release the Kamehameha wave attack from there. He'll destroy the Earth if he does. No, he wouldn't.
Amazing! He's gonna what? I gotta risk it. A 3 times Kaioken. Ha! Kamehameha! I hear you, Father. I will. I got one good arm, but that's all I need. Coming. Coming.
Now that's more like it.
May!
Now you die. Say goodbye, Vegeta. I am perfection.
This is a special video. This is a big special thank you to my good friend Stephen Lewis.
That's right. Check me out on YouTube at Stephen Lee Lewis. Check out my videos. Goku wouldn't dare release the Kamehameha wave attack. He'll destroy the Earth. No, Goku! I will. I got one good arm, but that's all I need.
perfection!
Look, it's Goku. He's way up there. Hey, what's he doing?
Everybody, get down, take cover, get moving. Goku's releasing the Kamehameha.
Just relax, guys. Goku's crazy, but he's not that crazy. There's nothing to worry about. Huh?
I am perfection. We'll leave a light on for you. I am perfection.
Everybody, get down, take cover, get moving. Goku's releasing the Kamehameha. Whoops.
That's going on YouTube. That's gonna be my more of it.
It's still going too. It's like, oh my God, Goku farted. Half of the world is destroyed. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna? It's okay.
Is it still recording? Stop recording! It has been 1 year ago since Goku has defeated the evil Piccolo and brought back peace to the planet Earth. But now there is a new enemy coming to threaten the planet Earth once again.
What did the scouter say about his power level? It's over 9,000! What, 9,000? There's no way that can be right!
Hello everyone, Dragon Souls here, and welcome, that's right, welcome to the first, and it's going to be actually the special and final review I do for this game right here of Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. I'm going to be really honest about it, about how I feel about this game. Okay? Now I'm really gonna throw everything out. I'm gonna give you the bad, I'm gonna give you the good, I'm gonna give you the ugly, I'm gonna give you the nerdy. I'm sorry, I had to do it. So what do I think about the game? Well, I have officially beaten it, and I got to say, the graphics is fucking outstanding. Way better. The graphics are really good, outstanding. They really outdid themselves with it. The characters, the voice acting, well, all the voice acting and the characters, I mean, the character design was outstanding, very good. You know, the flying was really outstanding, really good. It's an open world game. You can swim in the water. You can dive in the water and go swimming deep underwater. Stay in the water for as long as you want and for a good amount of time, and then you have to go back up for some air. But in reality, in real life, that's what you gotta do anyway. So yeah, that's what you do in the game. Also, you can go and you can do all kinds of side missions. You can explore the entire map, story mode or not story mode. It doesn't matter. I mean, you can explore, you can look around, experience the game for what it really is, you know. You can later, now at the beginning of the game you can't, but later on when you get past the all the parts of the beginning, you can actually collect the Dragon Balls, and you can make any wish you want. You can also wish for immortality. No, I'm kidding. You can definitely wish for any bad guy, any enemy, the Ginyu Force, Frieza, Deborah, Majin Buu. Well, I don't know about that one. But Frieza, Deborah, you name it, all the enemies that you have killed in the game, in the story mode, you can use the Dragon Balls to revive them back to life, and you can do a little bit of training with them, to talk to them and everything, with certain characters, by the way. It can't be with the same character, it has to be with a different character. Like Gohan, you can play as Gohan, you can play as Trunks. Now you can play as all the characters, almost all the damn characters. Goku, Gohan, Krillin, Vegeta, Piccolo, everyone, almost everyone in the game except for Neo and Dende, Mr. Popo, and people like that. You know, even Chaozu, you can't play as him. Tien, as far as I know, you can't play as him either, I don't think. I mean, you might be able to. I don't know. I forgot. Okay, so don't quote me on that. But there's like there's all kinds of videos in here that you're gonna see that I'm not even talking about or am talking about, you know. That I'm not gonna rephrase, you know, because what I'm talking about now is probably you're already seeing it, you know. But the characters and the voice acting was really outstanding. Now, I will admit there is one little annoying thing that you have to get used to in the game, and that's Kid Gohan. When he first starts talking, if you've seen the Dragon Ball the Dragon Ball Z movies, if you not the movies, but I mean the shows. If you have seen the Dragon Ball Z shows, you know what Gohan, Kid Gohan, when he's a little boy, he with a tail and all. If you first hear him on the show, you can tell that he's got this annoying ass voice, and on the game he's got an annoying ass voice on the game, and it's nothing like it was on the show, and it gets really, I mean, it gets really annoying, you know, until later on, and then it kind of grows on you, you know, it really grows on you until he gets to teen. Now when he gets to a teenager, that's when the voice changed and it sounds a lot better. Now I will say this right now. If you have not seen all, if you're a Dragon Ball Z fan like me, yes, I'm gonna suck up to the game. I'm gonna suck up to the developers. I am a major, and I mean major, fan of Dragon Ball Z. I have seen Dragon Ball, I've seen Dragon Ball GT and Dragon Ball Z, GT, Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball Super Heroes. I've seen all of them. Okay? I have seen all of them. Now, we'll say this. If you are a Dragon Ball Z fan like me, and you're wondering, well, I want to play this game, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Is it the same thing as it is on the show, on those shows, and on TV? 100% no. They have cut everything. They have cut certain things. There's certain things there's a few things they have cut out. I mean, big time. Probably because their budget, I don't know. But in a way, it was really fun to play the game, but also irritating. Okay, and in a way, it kind of pissed me off the way they done it. Okay, so allow me to explain. Okay. So, certain scenes like, hey, Vegeta, what does the scout say about this guy's power level? It's over 9,000! Over 9,000? No way, you gotta be kidding me! It can't be! All of that is definitely cut out. They don't have that in there whatsoever. Now, the part where he sits there and says, I can't believe this. I am the Prince of all Saiyans, and I just and this thing, you know, he's like, this cannot be. How is this possible? And that's it. This planet is history. Heavy Kakarot, you're finished. And all of a sudden he says, Goku says, he's gonna what? I gotta try it. My body's weak, but I gotta try it. 3 times Kaioken, ha! Kamehameha, ha! And they do that, okay? Now here's the thing is, they cut all that shit out. I mean, every bit of it as well. Only thing is, what you see is when he sits there and he gets mad. Vegeta gets mad, he flies up in the air, and he says certain things, you know. And then when he gets there and goes up and he sits there and says, you can kiss this planet goodbye! If you dodge this, Kakarot, but we warned, you dodge this, the whole planet is history! And all of a sudden, it's all gone. It's all gone. Okay, and he goes up there, he flies up there, and he spins into his Gallic gun. And as soon as Vegeta does his Gallic gun, Goku goes up and says, Kamehameha, and they do it at the same time, you know, and it's just the way they done it. It's pretty good, I won't lie. It is pretty good how they done it, but it's nothing like the show was at all. Let's see, I'm trying to think. Oh yes. This part here is where I might be leaving something off, so I do apologize to you for it. Like I said, before you play this game, make sure, if you're a Dragon Ball Z fan that is, watch the whole entire show of Dragon Ball Z, and then you'll know exactly what was going on, and when you play the game, you'll say, well, they cut this certain part out. You know, they did, okay? The Frieza saga. They cut a lot of stuff. They cut a lot of crap. Got kind of crap out on the Saiyan saga, which, by the way, it does have some cuss words in it. As far as I know, the show never had cuss words in it, but the game sure does it. And the Frieza saga. they cut a lot of stuff out on that one as well. Especially the one where Frieza goes off. He does a spirit bomb, and he goes off and says, I can't control this, or something like that. You know how it goes. You know how Frieza talks. You know, and and then all of a sudden he gets, and they thought they got rid of Frieza, okay? But then all of a sudden they start talking, and then Frieza comes back, and they say, "It's Frieza!" And all of a sudden he gets Piccolo with his laser, and then he goes off and then he grabs Krillin, flies him up in the air, and he says, and Goku says, Frieza, stop this! Don't do it! Let him go! And he says something to him, you know, and he says, and how he says, this time you won't come back! Goku, help! Boom! Well, this year, he just goes up and he says something, you know, and it blows up, you know, and then all of a sudden, here's the part where it really gets me, and you know, it's a lot of parts that got me, okay? Where he goes off and he says, you're not gonna get away with this. I won't let you get away with this. You. And he says something, he says some other things, you know, on the show, you know, and he goes off and says, I won't let you get away with this, and he turns into a Super Saiyan. All of this cut out. I mean, every bit of it. And then he goes off and he says, Gohan, listen to me very carefully. You must get off this planet immediately. Get back to Earth right now. And he goes off and says, get out of here right now before I lose what reason I have left. And he says, right, and he takes off. And that's when the fight begins, with you being a Super Saiyan. There's a lot of it being cut out, like I said, in a fight. You know, I mean, the gameplay is outstanding. The combat is really outstanding, really outdone, outpaced. The flying is really outdone. It's really enjoyable. The music is fucking outstanding. Now keep in mind, everyone, you could not hear the original music that's playing in there because I had to turn the music off because of YouTube copyright claims. But there is some random music in there that plays in the game, okay? And some of them, if it don't play at all, that is, where Goku comes back after his heart virus, he goes off and let's see, he goes like, doom ba da doom ba da la da way da da la dee doo dee doo ba da ma gum da dum dee doom ba da dum. You know how the song goes, you know. It's the only thing is just the music playing, not the singing. And I got a copyright claim on that, you know. And then I had to take the video and re-upload it to my YouTube channel with no editing to it, and it worked. It worked wonders. I don't know if it was probably because somebody was impersonating a music company or what, but or if it was the copyright system that YouTube uses. I don't know, but every now and then I had to live stream my gameplay over to Twitch because every time I went and tried to live stream it on YouTube, certain music pops up and plays, all of them just randomly plays. It's not copyright at all, and I get hit with a copyright claim because of it. So therefore, you're having to hear some certain weird music playing in the background, but you're still hearing the characters talking. But that's because I fixed it to where you can actually hear them and hear my music playing at the same time because it's not copyrighted, and it blocks their music out. So yeah, great music, all that stuff. The last part of the Frieza saga is where Frieza gets hit by his own attack. He gets sliced in half, and so he begs Goku to revive him, help him out, help him. So he feels sorry for him, and he goes off and does it. As stupid as Goku really is on the show, that's how he had it, So then all of a sudden, Goku says he's done, it's over, he flies off, and then he's in Frieza and says, I am the most powerful being in the universe! And he starts shooting a thing at Goku, and Goku's supposed to sit there and say, Frieza, you fool! But on the game, he sits there and says, Frieza, he says, you fool! And then he blasted him with it, and blow him up. But that's not the only part that really got me and kind of gets me, okay? Here's another part that gets me, okay? What are you? I am the hope of the universe. I am the one they cry out for peace. I am the soul, this, that, and all this, that, And he raises it, he's like, allied to good, nightmare to you. They cut that whole part out. They don't even have him saying that. He sits there and says some other things, and he says, I am a Super Saiyan, Son Goku. And I'm like, and when you hear this, when you're playing the game, you're hearing this, you're like, or especially watching my videos, and you're like, what the fuck? That's not what he says on that show. Now everyone, if you watch Dragon Ball Z Kai, yes, there's a show called Dragon Ball Z Kai. If you've seen it, that's where that came from. Even doom ba da la the way by the way da why the do da da that song is at the beginning when you first start the game up. When you first start the game, that comes on and it's amazing intro. I love it. I even recorded live stream on Twitch. Okay, Unfortunately, Twitch wouldn't allow that shit either. Twitch, I even cut the video out there, shut the live stream off, and I was actually playing it, let it go on Twitch, and Twitch muted it. Said, sorry, you can listen, you can watch it all you want, but you're not gonna listen. You can listen to certain things, but when it comes to this music, it's out. We cut it out. That's what they done. They muted it. They muted the song because it's copyrighted. So, I said, well, I got it on my computer. And I said, oh shit, it's a good thing I got it on my computer, and I think I erased the damn thing too, damn it. But anyway, yeah, I had it on my computer, and it was really fucking good. It was really good, outstanding, So after that, it's the not Saiyan Saga, it's the Android Saga, okay? The androids, Dr. Gero, everything on that has totally changed a lot in there. They have changed a lot on that game on that part as well. And I couldn't tell you what all they changed on it except for that part. The only part that they actually put in there, here's the part they cut out. Okay, when he sits there and says, I'm a Super Saiyan. He says that something about, he's like, are you? He talks to Frieza and his dad, you know, and he sits there and says, I know who you're waiting for. He said, you're waiting for Goku. I'm sorry, I don't know Goku. He's Frieza's like, you know Goku? He said, no, not exactly. I just know his name. And he says, but you're not going to be around. You're not going to be around long enough to meet him, to see him. He goes on and on. You know, he's like, I hate to break it to you, Frieza, but you're looking at a real Super Saiyan right here. And all of a sudden he sits there and says, oh, you must be bluffing. Oh, you're no Super Saiyan. Oh. And then all of a sudden he goes off and he starts powering up, you know, he starts powering up, he goes, ah! And he becomes Super Saiyan. And then all of a sudden Frieza's like, his eyes! He has the same eyes! On the show he does all this. On the game, it's all cut out. It's all cut out. The only good part is, you know, as you're fighting him, you know, you're fighting Frieza with Trunks, you know, the future Trunks, that is, and it's really good, outstanding, you know, and the combat is really outstanding, really outdone on all the characters. And then all of a sudden they show the scene where all of a sudden he goes off and he says, "Hey, Frieza!" He goes, "Huh?" He blasts him. He's like, he moves up in the air. So Frieza moves up in the air, and all of a sudden he's like, "I'm not gonna fall for that." And all of a sudden he's like, "Ah!" And he's like, Frieza's like, "Huh?" He looks at him and looks up in the air, and that's when he goes, "Ah!" Boom! He splits him in the. He takes his sword and cuts Frieza in half. And then all of a sudden he goes off and keeps slicing him into a million pieces, and he goes choo choo choo, boom, and he blows into where to smithereens where there's no you don't see nothing of him anymore. They showed that. They show all that. They didn't cut none of that out. They actually left that to put that in there. But everything else, where him talking to Frieza's dad and everything, they totally cut that all out. And they totally cut that out. And then they show where he goes off and he blasts a hole inside of through Frieza's father, blows him up, and then blows up the ship, you know. And then all that, you know, I mean, it's pretty cool on that, you know. They have the story missions. They have all. Now, if you're wondering, yeah, but do they have any side missions? They are a ton, and I mean there are a ton of side missions that you can do. Okay, there are tons of side missions that you can do in the game. And you can also go into the training ground. You can go in there and do some training to unlock your abilities. And then as you get into doing the training ground, you go into where it says you go into the menu. You can select character. You select character, and when you do, you press the triangle button. And you can and if you have all kinds of Z balls, what they call orbs. If you have enough of them, you can sit here and level your character up and get all the fighting techniques, skills, you name it. It's all there. You get it. You get it all. And then you got this, you push the box button to where you can sit here and put what skills you want in the slots and into the slots, you know, and that way you can fight more better and be better, you know. One thing is kind of sucks on the game though, when you're fighting more than one person. When you're fighting one person and more than one person, the other person that you're not even targeting at, or especially an android, they will automatically hit you and blow you up or something, hit you with some kind of blast or something, you know, when you're not even aiming at them, and that's what kind of ticks and gets irritating. Sometimes when you're actually you're not on a side mission, you're not on a main mission, you're just exploring, you know. There's some every now and then there's like Cybermen, there's like Frieza's force coming at you to fight you, you know, and then you can hit the button to sit here and fly real fast. I mean, you can fly real fast, and when you do, if you don't watch it, you can actually go through to one of the enemies that start a fight with you, and all that, which is pretty damn awesome. Pretty damn awesome. You can do that, you know, and you got like towers. You can sit here and go up to them, and if you want to, and blow them up, you know. All through the map, you know, you can do that in all over through the map. Sometimes like Frieza's ship, you know, they got things that you can destroy and everything, get some materials from, you know. There's some missions, side missions that requires you to go out and get like fish, all kinds of materials and stuff like that from the robots or whatever, you know, or anything. I mean, you have to go around and doing all this stuff, you know, and sometimes you even have to look it up to actually find out where you get it, you know, and how to get it, you know. And yes, everyone, if you want to, on this game, you do get to go fishing. You can go fishing on this game if you want to, and that was really pretty damn good on that. The art in the game is fantastic. Let's see. But like I said, let's see. The androids. They see on the Android Saga. They left a lot. They took out a lot of stuff in that game as well, especially with the Cell Saga, Cell part. The Cell games. Let's get to the Cell games. I know I'm probably skipping a lot of crap, you know, but just bear with me on it, okay? They cut out a lot of other stuff too, and yes, I don't know if it's true or not. I forgot on the show, on the TV show or not, if Goku or one of the Z fighters was imagined that Hercules, Mr. Satan, actually beat Cell in the Cell games, and I don't know if that's true or not, but to me, that never happened. So yeah, on this here, when the Cell games begins, you know, you have all this crap going on. You have all this crap going on. You have you have this thing right here going on, like for example, you know, Hercules, Mr. Satan, and they call Mr. Satan. he goes off and he acts like he's a badass, you know. He's a real tough guy, you know. And he goes off and he puts on a show, and this is on a TV show, by the way, where he goes off and he puts so many bricks piling on up to each other. And then when he does, he goes off and he looks like he's trying to meditate. He makes that sound like he's meditating, you know, to see about getting his power up, you know. And then all of a sudden when he does, that's when he puts his hand right through almost all of the bricks except for half of them, and embarrasses himself, by the way. And then he does all this, he does all that, you know, in the show, and then he goes off and he starts fighting Hercule. He starts fighting Cell. And then all of a sudden Cell gets really irritated. He finally gets fed up with it, and then with one hit on the side of the head, he knocks Hercule right out of the ring, sends him flying to the mountain. Into the mountain, you know, and doesn't kill him or anything. He didn't put enough power into it to kill him, you know. He just knocks him out, you know, and then he comes back and he says, "Oh, I just tripped, you know, and I'll be back in that fight here in a little bit, you know," and which he never does, you know. And that's what happens on the show. On the game, none of that happens. The only thing he does, he gets in the ring, and immediately he starts fighting Hercule starts fighting Cell, and then all of a sudden, within a few minutes, he knocks him out of the ring. That's it. And then here comes where all of a sudden on the show, where Goku comes up and Goku's powering up, you know, and did all that stuff, you know, and they don't show none of this on the game. Okay, none of this is on the game. He just goes out there and he powers up for a few minutes, you know, and then all of a sudden you're fighting him. You're right in the middle of fighting him. All that other stuff that they show on the show between Goku and Cell is not in the game whatsoever. You have a few fights with Cell, with Goku, and then after that he quits. He goes off and he doesn't quit. And that's another thing too. There's one thing before he quits. There's one part there that they actually cut out, literally cut out, where he goes off and says, "Oh, by the way, I'm gonna get rid of that ring. Is this that is distracting and this that, you know? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna blow it up. By the way, you might want to tell your friends and everyone around the ring, they might want to clear the ring." That's right. I sure did. And then all of a sudden, then Goku says, "Hey, get away from the ring! Get out of there now!" And he says, "Oh shoot, he's gonna do it. He's gonna blow it up. Everybody get out of here." Everybody gets out of the way, you know. He blows the ring up, and then Goku starts fighting. They start fighting, you know. This is on the show, then, by the way, not in the game. And all of a sudden, Goku flies up in the air, and then Krillin says, "Hey look, it's Goku. He's way up there. Hey, what's he doing?" And Goku says, "Kamehameha." He goes, "Kame. Everybody get down, take cover, get moving. Goku's releasing the Kamehameha." Goku wouldn't dare release the Kamehameha wave attack from there. He'll destroy the earth if he does. Don't worry about it, guys. Goku's crazy, but he's not that crazy. There's nothing to worry about. Huh? And he shows all this, you know. And then all of a sudden he says, and then all of a sudden Gohan says, "No, don't do it, Dad." And he goes off and says, "He wouldn't." And then all of a sudden he goes, and then all of a sudden he goes, "Ha!" me! And then Krillin goes, hey! And then after that, he goes on, he teleports, and he says, huh? And he looks down and says, no! And he goes, ah! Boom! And just blows him in half, you know, and thinking he was gone and everything, you know. On the show, that's all that happens, okay? On the game, they completely cut every bit of this out. It's not in there whatsoever. And you'll be like, at least you're scratching your head like, what the hell? They cut that whole, they're cutting everything out and everything good out in the video, in the game. Why? I guess it's because one is either copyrighted, or two, they can't afford the budget, you know, and you know, but I can understand that, you know. So then all of a sudden, he has Gohan to fight and do the fight, you know, which is pretty awesome on that, you know. But here's on the show, when he does, there's one part in there, it kind of there's two parts in here that kind of irritates me, okay, and one of them is this. Gohan on the show goes off and sits there and explains to Cell about his hidden power, you know, and that if he unleashes it, then he could go off and kill the bad guy, and he did not want to fight Cell. He did not want to kill Cell, and after he tells him about the hidden power, he goes off and says, so what do you say, Cell? You want to give up? He says, thank you for telling me, Goku and Gohan. Now you're intrigued. Now that's more intriguing. I would like to see more. I would like to see that true power of yours, and I'm gonna make you bring it out. And he sits there and says, "No, don't do it." So all of a sudden he gets the Cell Juniors to come out, and then he sits there and says, "Go have fun with them, like children. Go after them. Kill them if it makes you happy." And all of a sudden he says, "No, don't do it." And all of a sudden he go out and he says, "Stop it. Put a stop to this now. I don't see what's the problem with it." Are you angry yet? Are you furious? Are you going to actually bring your power out? If you don't bring your power out, your friends is going to die. And then all of a sudden, all this happens on the show, by the way. And then he goes off and he sits there and says, don't say it out loud, but he's like, this is not working. I guess I'm just gonna have to have them to kill him. And he says, okay, enough is enough. Go ahead and kill him. And he says, no! So all of a sudden, and then he says, I'm trying to unleash the power, that power inside of me, but I can't. I don't know how to do it, you know. I can't get it, you know. And all of a sudden, that's when Hercule goes off and throws 16's head out there, you know. And by the way, they do show the part where he's trying to blow Android 16 is trying to blow Cell up, but he couldn't, so Cell blows him up instead. So he takes the head and throws it at Gohan, and he talks to him, and he tells him about how he loves nature, you know. He loves the life that's on Earth, you know, and everything, you know. And he says it's not a bad thing to fight, especially if you're fighting for good. And if you're fighting for enemies, if you're fighting the enemies, and if you're being forced to fight being forced to fight, and all this stuff, you know. And then all of a sudden, Cell like, I don't need your help. And he goes off and he destroys him. He destroys his head, you know. And then all of a sudden he says, he loves life, and he loves this and this thing. He protected the animals. He loves animals and this and that, you know. It's like I feel it slipping, and that's when all of a sudden on the show, Gohan releases his full power. You know, he releases the full power and everything. And then all of a sudden he goes off and says, well done. This is the ultimate power I've been seeking. Yes, now we can have our fun, Gohan. And all of a sudden Gohan grabs the sensu beans and says, what the? How did you? Enough games, Cell. And then all of a sudden he sits there and he teleports and he goes off and kills all of them. He sits there and says, I told you I would never forgive you for what you've done. And he gets rid of them, you know. But on the game, he does the same thing on the game as well. But only thing is, when it comes to powering up, they show him where it says I feel it slipping, you know. They show all that, you know. But when it comes to actually seeing him powering up like that, they don't show none of that. They cut it all out. They just show him just powering up, and that's it. And I was really kind of lame on that, you know. But and everything and all. But they did show some things where Gohan was actually flying around, you know, killing the Cell Juniors, you know. And then all of a sudden, all this happens, you know, and that part where he sits there and Cell gets so pissed off because Gohan is very stronger than he is. So therefore, he goes up and flies up in the air, and he says, Kame. And he says, no, Cell, don't do it. He said that you can't release that much energy from up there. You're gonna destroy the planet. And all of a sudden he says he said, Gohan, get out of there. And he's like, die says if you can't. He said, okay, Gohan. He said, okay, Gohan, try to stop this. But know this, if you don't, the planet will be history. And then all of a sudden he goes and he shoots it off, and Goku's like, no. And then all of a sudden Goku and Gohan's like, really calmly just standing there looking right at Cell, and he says, Kamehame. He goes, Kamehame. And he goes, does that, you know, where he does that there, you know, and it looks like, and all of a sudden, he releases a bigger Kamehameha than Cell does and blows him up, only in parts of him, you know. And then instead of finishing him off, he goes off and just lets him suffer, and then all of a sudden he comes back, you know, at full health, you know. All this happens in the show. The game, they cut it all out. I mean, every bit of it, they cut it all out. Then all of a sudden, Gohan goes off and he fights Cell. You know, you go off and you see a bunch. You go off and you do a lot of battles and you fight. You know, and all that good stuff. But see, the thing is, and they also on the game as well as the show, he goes off and he punches Cell in the stomach, and then all of a sudden he makes him barf. He makes him sick to his stomach, and he makes him throws out Android 18. And when he does, he goes back to his second form, and and then he's like, and then all of a sudden he goes off and he fights. You fight him, you know, and he sees how weak he is, you know. So and then all of a sudden the cutscene comes up, and he says, and same thing happens on the show, by the way. He goes off and he powers himself, powers himself out to blow the whole entire planet up, to blow himself up along with the planet, and so all of a sudden Goku says farewell to everybody. That's the only chance that they got to saving the planet now, because Gohan screwed it all and screwed the whole thing up. So then all of a sudden Goku teleports to him. He touches Cell, and he tells Goku and Gohan that he's very proud of him for what he's done, you know, and how strong he's gotten, you know. And he says, "Tell your mom I said hi." And then all of a sudden he teleports. He teleports them out of there, and he teleports them to King Kai's planet. And then all of a sudden he blows the planet. He blows that planet up along with them in it on it. And this happens in the show and on the game, by the way. And then all of a sudden Cell comes back, and then shoots a laser, and then hits Trunks. Kills Trunks. By the way, he kills Trunks, and he says, "Oh, look, I hit Trunks. Looks like I hit Trunks." And you know, and it pisses Vegeta off. He gets so mad, you know, and he goes off and he says, "Cell, how dare you!" And he says this, that, you know, kind of stuff, you know, and he says, "You're dead!" And he goes off, he blasts him, you know, without all the stuff he has, you know, and then all of a sudden, after he does all that, and it happens on the game, on the show, and on the game, and then all of a sudden, he realized that he didn't do nothing to Cell, nothing at all. It didn't hurt him or nothing. So Cell goes flying up and hits him and knocks him in the ground. Now on the show, after he does this, he goes off and he says, "Say goodbye," and he shoots a laser. He tries to shoot a laser thing at blast at Vegeta to kill him, to permanently kill him, you know. But then all of a sudden Gohan gets in front of him and says no, and he gets in front of him and shields Vegeta to make sure Vegeta don't get killed or anything, don't get hurt or anything. Now on a game, none of this happens. Okay, none of it happens at all, and they cut it totally out, you know. You fight after this happens, you know. You fight him, you know, this, that, you know, and then they show after the fight goes off. Then they go to show a cutscene where that actually does happen, you know. And Gohan flies towards you, you know, to shield Vegeta and save Vegeta's life, you know. And then all of a sudden they get up, you know, and they say this and that, you know. And he said, and all this thing that goes on the show. But he goes on and says, "Well, I'm gonna do this now. It's time to end this. You know, I've had my fun. Now it's time to destroy the entire planet." And all of a sudden he says, "I'm gonna go ahead and use the Kamehameha to blow the planet up." Gohan, and he says, "Gohan, stand there if you want, but he said, I'm using it right now on you." And all of a sudden he says, "I can't do it, you know, I can't do it." And all of a sudden Goku talks to him, you know, talks to his son, you know, and then all of a sudden he talks him into it. He says, Kame. And he does that Kamehameha, you know, and the father son Kamehameha, you know, and all that stuff. Now all that stuff on the game is not on there. They cut it all out, you know, where they had that part where Krillin's is hanging on to Gohan, you know, holding him up for a few minutes, and he says, "Okay, Krillin, I gotta do this, you know, I gotta take him down, you know, I gotta finish this." So all of a sudden, Cell goes off and says the Kamehameha, and then Gohan does the same thing, and then all of a sudden, this one part comes up where all of a sudden where he says, I'm sorry, I failed everybody, I failed the entire planet, you know, and this, that, you know, please forgive me. And all of a sudden Goku starts talking, and this is all happening on the game, by the way. He shows up, he talks to Gohan, you know, and convinces him to do this and that, you know, he's doing the right thing, you know. And then after that, that's it, and then that's when all of a sudden, when he starts talking to his son, that's when they start playing that music again. Hashala, Heshala, Una Vesilam, and Hayya, Suke. They have that song playing, which gave me another copyright claim because they played the entire song, and I had to do another song to cover that up to where I wouldn't get a copyright claim on it. And I was like, and I didn't say that. I was like, yep, there's another copyright claim right there coming at me. I can just hear it. But they don't, like I said, they don't have no singing in it. They only had the music playing, and unfortunately, the music company gave me a copyright claim, and I even tried to delete it and re-upload it, re-upload it. YouTube still got me for it. So I said, well, there's only one thing to do, and that's take that song out and put my song in there. So that's what I did. My song ain't copyrighted, so that's what I done. To where you can actually hear them talking, but you can't hear, you can hear my music, but you can't hear their music. And the only thing about the game on that part is where Vegeta shoots a blast at Cell, and he says there, and Cell says, Vegeta, and Goku says, now's your chance, and he goes off and he goes, ah! None of that happens. He goes off and Vegeta hits the Cell with a blast, and when he does, it just, he don't say Vegeta or anything, but Goku says, now, and then that's when he does it, and that's it. You know, that's the main thing. They cut a lot. Like I said, they cut a lot of crap out on the game. Then here comes the Boo Saga. Okay, now keep in mind, everyone, the Boo Saga is the final one. That's right, everyone. The Boo Saga is the final one. Like I said, you got training with all the other characters you can play as, you know, level their character. You can level your character up, you know, skills and all that, you know. Do training, you can do training ground whenever you want. There is two characters in there in the game from Jump Force. One of them is in Bulma's lab, and the other, and there's a one from the freezer, the Ginyu Force, and this girl, and it's a woman who she's pink, and she's, I don't know. I mean, she's little, she's like me. She's kind of a little overweight, like me, you know. And but she's really powerful, you know. I mean, you can actually fight her if you're a little over level than she is. Excuse me. And all that, you know. And you can do that, you know. You can go in there. You can also go in there and you can level your character up. You can sit there and do all the training you want in there to level your character up. And but here's the thing is, I think, as far as I know, if you are in story, if you're not in story mode, if you completed the game, it won't work. Okay, it's slow. I mean, it works, but slowly. And also, but in the Boo Saga, all that stuff as you see in there, where Gohan, he then says, Gohan, I want to see your full power. I want to see you turn into a Super Saiyan. Can you do that? Can you help me? He's like, what? You want me to help you? And all of a sudden, where he sits there and says, hey, that's Gohan. Let's see him and say, hey, Gohan. He's like, hey, Gohan. He's like, well, I guess my disguise is and this. Oh, now I'm talking about the show, okay? Where he sits there and says, they say, hey, Gohan. Well, I guess it didn't work after all. Oh well, it's time to take it off, you know. And he starts waving at him, you know. And then all of a sudden he sits there and says, all right, so I want you to help. I want your help. I want you to go Super Saiyan. Are you nuts? See, I can't do that. Are you kidding me? He said, Gohan, I need your help on this. Just trust me, okay? I need you to go Super Saiyan. And he says, all right, fine. If you want me to go Super Saiyan, fine. But you asked for it. Or should I take it up to the next level? What? There's a level beyond the Super Saiyan? Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, they go off and he talks to the Supreme Kai, you know, and he says not to help them out, you know, And he says, help him out for what? You know, and Gohan can take care of himself, you know. He's right. And all of a sudden he says, oh well, here goes. It starts powering up. He goes, you know, and where all of a sudden it's like, no way! You mean to tell me Gohan is the great Saiyan man and the Gold Fighter? Boy, he sure is talented. And then Vidal's like, you're kidding me! Gohan is the Gold Fighter? And all of this here, taken out. Okay? On the game, all taken out. Don't exist, not in there. Okay? So he goes off and they show him powering up to go into Super Saiyan, you know, Super Saiyan 2, you know, and he says, and they say, the guy that says, Spotofish, look at this, all that energy, it's him. And all of a sudden they go up and they stab Gohan in the rib, you know, to drain his energy, you know, to get all the energy they need, you know. And then all of a sudden they do, and he sits there and Supreme Kai goes off and puts him in the barrier thing where he can't move, you know, until it's over with, you know. And then all of this, I'm talking about that part is not in the game at all, but all of a sudden on the game, he turns into a Super Saiyan 2. They jump him, and he says, huh? who are you guys? What are you guys? Who are you? What are you guys doing here?" And all of a sudden they grab Gohan, and then they stab him, you know, and they get his energy. And then when they do, they take off, you know, and Gohan's laying on the ground, you know, and he goes off, refills his health, you know, brings his energy back and gives his energy back, you know. And then all of a sudden he sits there and says, y'all go ahead and go after him, you know. He's like, me and Gohan, I'll be right behind you, and Gohan might want to come with us too after I give him his health, his energy back. And he says, okay. So they take off, and then all of a sudden he talks to Videl, you know, and then all of a sudden on the game, this all happens, okay, in the game. Videl, just like on the show, they take off, and then him and Videl takes off with Supreme Kai's assistant, you know. I guess that's what you call him. I don't know. That's what I call him. But there's one thing that they did cut out on the show, on the game, is where Spokovich or wherever that big guy's name was. He fights, but he has a match with Videl, and he beats the hell out of her. I mean, he literally on the show beats the hell out of her, to where and he steps on her head, and it looks like he's trying to kill her. I mean, literally kill her. And then all of a sudden, he tells him that's enough. He said, go ahead and end this, you know. He goes off and he does. He goes off in the end. He throws her out of the ring, you know, and then that's it, you know. And none of that shows on the TV. They don't show in the game at all. Especially this part here, where all of a sudden Gohan rushes in there, you know, and checks on Videl, you know. And he says, hold on. He's like, hold on, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some senzu beans. I'll go get some medicine, get some to help you out. So all of a sudden he says, yeah, you better run. And Hercules says that to him, you know. And then all of a sudden he comes back and he says, Doctor, why don't you tell him something? Yeah. Stop it. So all of a sudden Gohan goes off and says, here, Videl, take this. It'll help you out, and it'll heal you out real fast. And she's like, do you trust me? She's like, I trust you, Gohan. She's like, and he puts it in her mouth, you know, and all of a sudden, he goes off and says, no, Videl, spit it out. And all of a sudden he's like, you better not mess with my daughter again, you hear me? And then all of a sudden he goes on and says, oh no, Videl, please spit it out. And all of a sudden she eats it and swallows it, you know. And within 5 seconds, she's fully healed, you know. And then all of a sudden she jumps up on top of that bed and she's like, I'm all better now. And all of a sudden they're like, eee! And then that all happens in the show, okay? On the game, none of that happens, okay? Gohan goes off and he goes in there and sees about it, you know. And then Goku goes off and gets some senzu beans. He comes back to Goku, you know. I mean Gohan, you know, and he gives Gohan the senzu beans. And he asked her, do you trust me? He said, yes, I trust you. He gives her the senzu beans. She eats it. And that's it, and then all of a sudden they leave, you know, so he can go and get ready for his match, you know. And then all of a sudden, wait a few minutes, and all of a sudden, she's all better now, and all of a sudden she goes out and says that same thing, you know, says that just like she says on the show, you know. And that's all it is right there, okay? Everything that happens on the game, on the show, they're fighting. Okay, they're fighting, you know, and they're like I said, they cut a lot of crap out on everything, like the Saiyan saga, the Boo saga, the Android saga. They cut it all out. Now I want to give you a fair warning. I could go off and tell you more about this thing, you know. I'm gonna cut to a chase about something in the Boo saga. Something that you should be aware of. Okay. The part where Goku turns into Super Saiyan 3 for the first time. Okay? Where he sits there and says, what? You go down? You know, play? We'll get to that in just a few minutes. But first of all, now this is on the show. Okay? He says, first of all, I want to teach you a thing or two about Super Saiyans. This is your normal state. And he turns into Super Saiyan and he goes, this is the so-and-so, or you can say this, call this Super Saiyan. He goes to Super Saiyan 2. Now this is beyond the Super Saiyan. Ascend the past the Super Saiyan, or you can just call this Super Saiyan 2. So you changed your hair, so what? Just wait. And all of a sudden they say, has he really found a way to surpass beyond the Super Saiyan? No way! What would it make him? Double the Saiyan? And all of a sudden Goku says, and this, and all of a sudden he says, what's he doing? Is to go even further beyond. I mean, and how they stretched it out on the show, where he turns into a Super Saiyan 3. After he gets done, you know, he sits there and says, sorry for the wait. It's my first time, or you know, so and so like that, you know. And I hadn't had much of a practice with this one. This one known as a Super Saiyan 3. Now that part they all and the parts like that they put in there, but on the game that is, but on the show they cut every bit of that out. I mean every bit of it out. You know. They also the part where Vegeta sits there and goes off and knocks the kids, knocks Goten out and Trunks out, you know, and he tells Vegeta, Vegeta tells Piccolo on the show, that is, he says, tell me, he said, you know you're not going to survive this, right? He's like, he says, I know. He said, tell me something. When I die, will I get the same treatment as Goku did? Kakarot did. He said, well, I'm going to be completely honest with you. When you die, and Goku died and got the good special treatment because he saved the world multiple times. You, on the other hand, did nothing but cause misery and this, that, you know, it was killing people and this, that, you know. He says, so therefore, when you die, you will not receive the same. You will go to the other place. Oh well, so be it. And all of a sudden he says, get them as far away from here as possible. He says, you got it. And all of a sudden, and Boo's like, you not get out of here, you fight me. And he's like, all of a sudden, Frieza's like, not Frieza, but Vegeta's like, hey Boo, your fight is with me. There's no concern to you. Huh? And he sits there and says, you're too weak. You're not fun. You no fun. And he sits there and says, Bulma, Trunks, I'm doing this for you. And yes, even you, Kakarot. And therefore he goes off and blows himself up to finish off Majin Buu to take care of him, only to find out it never happened. It didn't work. Well, on the show, and that was all on the show. On the game, the same thing happened on that part. Actually happened on the game. He goes off and he says this certain things, you know, and then he goes off and he blows He goes off and he blows up Majin Buu, you know, and sacrifices himself, you know, to get rid of him, you know, only to find out and he comes back, you know. He comes back to life, you know, and I mean, it goes on and on, you know. There's that part where he said where he goes, and because he's not that Majin Buu guy anymore. He's the skinny guy now, and I'm trying to think. There's on the show they cut this one part out. Oh yeah, Hercule, Mr. Satan goes off and makes friends with Majin Buu, and teaches him from right from wrong, and tells him killing people is wrong. So he goes off and he says he wasn't gonna do it no more. He finds a dog and he goes off and revives him, makes him better, makes the dog better. And he gives a pat, you know, and just when everything was peace on earth, you know, and no more killing was going on, you know, that's when the two guys, with one guy with a sniper rifle, comes and goes off and they're talking, you know, they're seeing Hercules with him, you know, and on the show, you know, and both of this happens on the game as well, and only thing is about this thing though is on the show the guy goes off and shoots and kills the dog. He shoots and kills that dog. And on the game he shoots and kills Hercule, Mr. Satan. And then all of a sudden he goes off and he realizes Majin Buu finds out realizes what's going on, what happened, you know, and therefore he goes off and he puts his hand on Hercules and Mr. Satan and brings him back to life, and it saves his life and everything, and then all of a sudden he's all furious and mad and everything because the evil side of the evil Majin Buu is actually coming out, and therefore he tells Hercules to get out of there, to leave. So all of a sudden they leave. Now on the show, this part is on the show, on the game, he doesn't say anything too, and then all of a sudden he leaves, you know. He yells at him, and all of a sudden Hercules leaves. And then all of a sudden the evil Majin Buu comes out, you know, and they start fighting, you know, and he goes off and says, you're a bad guy, I turn you into chocolate. And he turns it around on him and gets Buu instead, and Buu gets killed and he gets absorbed by the evil Buu. And then all of a sudden that's where he goes off and he sees Hercule and he says, Satan. And then he goes off and he flies off to the lookout, you know, 'cause he got the power to sense people's energies, you know, power levels, you know, his energy. So he goes out to the lookout and he finds them, you know, and now I'm going to go to the show. Okay, the show is where he goes off and he talks to them. He said, I want to fight them, you know, I want to fight this and that, you know. And he tells them exactly what he says on the show, on the game, you know. and he says, so on the show, he goes on, he just walks around, sees, he sits here and he walks around and see if he can find anybody he can kill, you know, and he scouts the area and scouts the entire planet, you know, to target everybody, you know, and then he raises his hands up and blasts everybody and kills everybody on Earth, except for Hercule, Mr. Satan, and which is Mr. Satan, and the dog. He don't kill them too. He just kills everybody else. And then all of a sudden, on the show, that's on the show, but on the game, he just all of a sudden just goes off and just kills them all right there and there. You know, he don't even do the walk around the whole entire place to do it. You know, they totally cut that out in the game. I'm trying to think, what else? I'm starting to lose my voice, by the way. On the game, on the show, he goes off and he says, okay. They go off and he does this and that, you know. And he has him to look at the glass thing, you know, to see how long, what time is it, you know. And then all of a sudden, on the show, he goes off and he says, and not Bowman, but Chi-Chi goes off and hits him and slaps him in the face and says, how dare you do this and that, you know. And he says, do you like eggs? And he turns her into eggs and he crushes her. Kills Goten's mom. Then all of a sudden, by the way, they on the show, just like on the show, they also show Goku teaching the boys how to do the fusion, and they think it's lame, you know, and all this, like I said, I can't explain what's on the show, and what they show in the show is not on the game at all. And half of what they show in the show, they cut it out in the game, you know. Let's see, but like I said, the music in the game is freaking outstanding. The graphics in the game was awesome. Was it 360p at 70? Was it 360p? Where the hell did I get that from? Was it at 1080p at 60 frames per second? Yes. To me, it looks like, if you play it yourself, you can tell it was. Some places there was, you know, some places it looks like it's at 30 frames per second, you know. No game's perfect though, you know. Now here's I'm trying to think of anything else. There's plenty of story missions. There's plenty of side missions. Now here's the kick in the pants, okay? Here is a big kick in the pants and kind of really disappointed, okay? Okay? And we're gonna get to am I disappointed or not, okay? We're gonna get to that in a few minutes, okay? One thing they don't have in the game, okay? They got Saiyan Saga, they have Frieza Saga, they got Android Saga, and they have Android Saga. They have Cell Saga, and they have Majin Buu Saga. Okay. One thing they don't. Here's the things that they don't have in the game. okay? And that is Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Super, and Dragon Ball Superheroes, or whatever you call it. They don't have none of that in the game whatsoever, and that to me was very disappointing. That was very disappointing, but I will say this, even though it was very disappointing because they didn't add none of that in there, overall, other than that, did I enjoy the game? Oh, hell yeah. I really enjoyed the game. I loved the game. I really fucking loved that game. I really did. Also, I almost forgot. I almost forgot this one here too. Hopefully it shows it here on the video. That I had to put in. I had to do a little bit of squeezing in here too. With the Dragon Balls, you can collect them as many times as you want. Okay, you can Bowman will tell you when they're ready, or you can look on your map and you see it when they're ready. If you go by and pick them up, go by and collect them. Okay, no problem there. Let's see. But when you go and pick them up, sometimes there'll be robots or Cyberman, Frieza's force, you know, comes at you, you know, and you have to fight them, which is kind of annoying on that as well. But when you collect them all, you gather all 7 Dragon Balls, you can wish for anything. You can wish for money. You can wish for materials that you need and whatever, you know, orbs, so you can level up your character, you know, level up your character on the skills, you know, or you can revive all the bad guys, almost all the bad guys that you have killed throughout the gameplay, like Deborah, Frieza, the Ginyu Force. Only one that don't come back is Captain Ginyu. As far as I know, I think he comes back later on. I don't know. You know, you can keep playing the game to level your character up as long as you want. As far as I know, the maximum level is a level 100. And as far as I know, that's it. You can't go any further than that. But overall, the game is fun. And I just thought I'd throw this out there and say that even Zarbon, the guy that was is in the green hair that's shown on this video as well, close to the end of the video, you can revive almost all the bad guys. You can also revive all the old bad guys as well. Okay? Thanks for watching, everyone. Sorry about this, but I gotta go. Dragon Souls, signing out. I also had to throw this in there too. There is something I also forgot to mention. Dragon Ball Z movies. All kinds of Dragon Ball Z movies. Even GT movies. Dragon Ball, all the Dragon Ball Z movies, like I can't pronounce that guy's name. He's a legendary Super Saiyan, Brawly, Bojack, you name it. Shit, there's a lot of tree or something like that. The world's strongest you name it, all the Dragon Ball Z movies out there that was out there. I watched every damn one of them, and I loved each and every one of them. Even though some people may not like them, I loved them. Yes, also, I know I keep cutting these out, but keep cutting these and putting these in there. But here we go. On this one here, I did forget. There was something annoying when it comes to flying. When you're in your character around to gather things or doing side missions or something like that. Your character is always sitting here saying, I think I can take him. I think I can take him. I think I can take him. You really, somebody's ready to die. Somebody's ready to die. Somebody's ready to die. Somebody's ready to die. Their enemies, it's best to take care of them now. Might cause them trouble. Might cause them trouble later. Best to deal with it now. Might cause them trouble later. Best to take care of this now. Might cause some trouble. Excuse me. Might cause some trouble later. Best to deal with this now. Shit like that is annoying, and every character does that shit throughout the game. By the way, when you're flying around. Oops! I also left out something else too. Now, in the story mode of this game, you in the story mode, you actually get them voice actors talking. The side missions, on the other hand, you don't get jack shit. The only thing you get is you have to sit here and read it out loud to everybody. And that kind of was disappointing and sucked. So, the question here is, okay, are you going to enjoy this game? Well, here's the question, okay? The question I got for you. Are you a Dragon Ball Z fan? I mean, a big major fan of Dragon Ball Z. That's the problem, okay? If you're not a Dragon Ball Z fan, stay away from this game. You don't want to buy it. Put your money on something else, on a different game, or save it up for another game. You're not going to want to buy this game whatsoever. You're not going to want to rent this game at all. Stay away from it. It's no good. It won't be no good to you if you're not a Dragon Ball Z fan. You're not going to love it. It's just best for you to stay away from it. Okay? Now, if you are a big, huge Dragon Ball Z fan like me, you are definitely going to want to buy this game. And if you ain't got the money to buy it, but you do have the money to rent it, I strongly recommend that you either buy it or rent it. It is a must buy or rent game. Now, the question is, now that I went off and beaten it, and I've already sold the game and got 20 bucks out of it, which is pretty damn good. And by the way, I went to Game Exchange to do that. I didn't go to GameStop because it was trying to rip people off on that shit, and I wasn't about to have it. So, since I don't have the game Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, am I still am I still going to get the game and get the game digital? Well, when there's no games coming out, no new releases coming out whatsoever, you damn right I'm getting it. It is worth $60. It is worth $65, and it is definitely worth $60. Now I will say this: if you're a live streamer like me, you're gonna have a hard. You might want to fix your video up to where there's no copyright claims. You know how I did. You know. Or if you're not a streamer at all and you just want to play it and take your time with it, like I did, you're gonna want to buy it. Then you definitely want to play it. It's awesome. It's an awesome game. I am definitely buying this game digital. I was going to get it digital in the first place, but a lot of people have told me last year, my subscribers that is, have told me that they want me to, when the unboxing's coming back, they wanted to see an unboxing of Dragon Ball Z, you know, and I had some ideas for the intro, and I've already talked to my good friend, my best friend, by the way. He goes by the name of Stephen Lewis. Talked to him about it and asked him would it be okay if I go ahead and use that video that we made and for the intro, and he said go for it. And he said if you want to add some more stuff into it, go for it. Or if you want to change it up a little bit, go for it. You know, he's like, you're smart at this stuff, Dragon. Go ahead and do it. And I said okay. So I went ahead and done it. You know, and there you have it. But yeah, I'm definitely buying it. I'm definitely buying this game in later on. And if you want me to do a full, a really second run playthrough of Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, only the missions, only the main missions, not the side missions. There won't be no grinding, which means there won't be no grinding whatsoever in the game. I will be, if I do a second run of it, I will be doing it only main missions. That's it. If y'all would like me for me to do that out of this, I will definitely do that. Okay, but that's later on this year. Okay. Now, on to the score. Okay, what do I give this game? What do I give this game? Kind of hard. Actually, it's really hard. I give Dragon Ball Z Kakarot a 7 out of 10. It's good. I enjoyed the hell out of it, but there's a lot of crap they messed out of here, and I was kind of disappointed. Does the game, well actually that's another thing too, did I actually bring this up? No, I know I didn't. Does the game have game bugs in it? Does it have glitches in it? Glitches, I did not see any glitches in it at all. Game bugs, not really. I might have seen one or two, but they did patch it up. You know, they did patch the game to where the cutscene, not the cutscenes, but where the loading screens are very short, you know, and it's very good, you know. The detail is awesome, really awesome. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, okay? Between all the Dragon Ball Z games that they have out for all either PS1, PS2, or PS3, or any other console that's out there, like Game Boy or something like that, whatever, you know. All the old games, for the PlayStation, for Dragon Ball Z. Even Jump Force, that I so had almost all the Dragon Ball Z games I was trying to live stream over here on YouTube, and all you get to see was a blue screen, while I get to see the cutscenes. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, I fucking loved it. It was way over the fucking top. They did a damn good job. And I fucking swear to you, they did a damn fantastic job. And now I got to say this. My hat is my hat. If I had a hat, by the way, if I had a hat on, I got a hat, but I don't have one on. But if I had a hat, my hat is off to you guys, to the developers, to the game developers who made the game. You did one hell of a job, and I fucking loved it. I loved the game. You got my money on that game. You have my money. It was well worth spent. It was well worth the money. I really freaking enjoyed it. So, yes, call me a fanboy. Go ahead. Call me a fanboy of the game. I don't give a damn. You want me to be honest, and I'm gonna damn well be honest with you. And no cuts. There is no cuts in this. In this, there is no cuts in this at all. I'm telling you how I really feel about this game. And if anybody says otherwise, you can just kiss it. Oh, by the way, the double sundae on the rabbits. Oh man, it was so freaking awesome the way they did it. The fighting, the blast, and that they done on the game, the details, everything, awesome, top notch. Blown the fucking roof right off off my head. We'll say this much. They did, after all, overall, they did cut a lot of crap out of the game. They did cut out on everything that happened on the show. They did cut it out on the game, and it really in a way, it kind of pissed me off. You know, it really did. But in a way, overall, I had fun. I had fun playing the game. In fact, when I get the game again, digitally, I don't care if it's $60. I don't care what price it is. I'm gonna get it, and I don't care if I live stream it or not. I'm gonna play the game again, and I'm gonna start from the very beginning, because that's how much I loved the game. Yes, I know you're thinking, oh, Dragon Souls is sucking up to the game developers now. I don't give a damn. This is my honest opinion. I don't give a fuck if I'm kissing their ass. Damn right, I'm bending over and I'm kissing their ass. I love what they did to the game. But this is definitely going to be it for this. This is definitely going to be it for this review of Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Post your comments on this video. Let me know what you all think. If you enjoy my thoughts and my review of this game, give it a like. Or if you didn't like it, you can always give it a dislike, you know, helps out. Also, if you're new to this channel and you like what you see on all my gameplays throughout my entire game channel, subscribe to this channel, hit that bell button, turn on all notifications. That way you'll be notified when I go live on YouTube and upload videos to my YouTube channel. And yeah. Sometimes, I will admit, sometimes notifications don't work. Sometimes they do. Okay? Thanks for watching, everyone. You all have a wonderful day or night, wherever you are. Coming up next, everyone, be ready. Be ready for another review coming after this one of the Joker. Be on the lookout for it. Okay? Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great night. Dragon Soul signing out. Okay, there's one part I gotta throw in here. Hey look! It's Goku! He's way up there! Hey, what's he doing? Don't worry about it, guys. Goku's crazy, but he's not that crazy. There's nothing to worry about. Goku wouldn't dare release a Kamehameha wave attack from their head to destroy the Earth if he does. No, he wouldn't. Huh? No! Ah!
Hello everyone, Dragon Souls here, and welcome to I promised you a Joker review, and I'm going to give you my full thoughts about it. Well everyone, I just got done watching this movie, Joker. I talked to one of my long-time subscribers. He's been almost like a year a subscriber of mine. His name is NickelBoy53. Don't really take him lightly because, to be honest with you, he's sort of a nutball. Sometimes he'll go. Here's what he told me about this movie, Joker. He said the movie is stupid. And he says the movie will go and get into your mind and make you do crazy shit, you know. And I'm not gonna go there. Everything else he said. Oh, excuse me. Well,
You have to be an idiot to actually believe in anything like that he says, okay? So this movie is at 2 hours and 2 minutes. Okay? Yes, at first, and for a good one, for a while, it's gonna be boring to watch, you know, but it's about the history of how he became Joker. Okay? And later on in the show, he's working. He has a job, you know, and as a clown, and it looks like he's doing like what they do in some people's towns like mine, where they sit here and they're dancing on the side of the road, you know, with a sign, you know, telling you what jobs you can go and do, you know, or about taxes and stuff like that, you know. They have them kind of things, you know. Well, this is what kind of like what he had on the Joker, you know. And I don't know what the sign really said because I wasn't paying attention, but they these dumbass kids or teenagers, whatever you want to call them, goes off, and this guy he's doing nothing. Okay, he's minding his own business, you know, and doing his job, and all of a sudden these idiots goes off and grabs a sign, runs off with it, and he's chasing them down and then until they go to an alley. And then they stop and they act like nothing's wrong going on, you know. And then when he catches up to them, he tries to run to them, and next thing you know, one of them takes a sign and busts it right, hits him right in the face with it, busts the sign to a million pieces and everything. And then he falls to the ground, you know, over that, you know, which, ouch, that would hurt, you know, really bad. And all of a sudden, they went off and just just kicking the living shit out of him, you know, mistreating him like he's a homeless man, you know. And it was really bullshit, you know. It was really stupid how they was treating him, you know. He didn't do anything wrong to them, and they treated him like that, you know. And so all of a sudden he was sitting there talking, you know. He lives with his mom, you know, or his mom, or so-called mom, and I will get to that in a few minutes here. But yeah, he goes off and he has this condition where sometimes he'll laugh, you know, and he'll actually laugh, you know. And when all of a sudden he's in the office talking with the people in there that he worked with, and then that guy goes off and talks to him about what happened, what he heard about him, you know, what happened to him, you know. So he goes off and he goes in his locker and he said, "Here, I got something for you, and this is for you." He gives him a bag, and he looks into the bag, and it's a gun. And he said, anybody who does that shit to you again, use this on them. And so it's just a self-defense, you know. So he sat there and he didn't say nothing, and all of a sudden he was talking, you know, and all this kind of stuff, you know. So it never happens again, okay? It never happens again. And he goes off, and all this kind of stuff happens, you know. He goes off and he talks to this lady's supposed to be his mom, you know. Helps her out and everything, you know. And then all of a sudden, he goes off and he starts being a clown, you know, and dressing up like a clown. And he goes to this looks like a place where kids are at, you know, or a foster home or something, you know, for kids, you know. And he goes in there, and he goes to do his job, you know. And then all of a sudden, when he does his job, and it says, "If you're happy and know it, stomp your feet." And when he does, a gun falls out of his pants leg, and he tries to grab it and try to hide it, make sure they don't see it, you know. But they already saw it, you know. They saw it fall out of his pants, and so all of a sudden, they go up and he talks to his boss about it, and everything, and his boss finds out what happened, you know, and he tells him he's a liar and all that kind of stuff, and therefore he gets fired, you know. He fires him right there for having a gun, you know. He don't have the, and so he goes off, and you know, and he goes into a train, you know. After getting fired, you know, he goes into a train, minding his own business, you know, and these guys, adult guys, goes off and bullies this woman, and so she gets tired of it, you know, and when they start laughing, he goes and starts laughing, you know, and after he starts laughing, he can't stop laughing. He goes off and he actually laughs like the Joker, you know. And they said, "Hey, what's so funny, smart ass?" And starts cussing him out and everything. And then all of a sudden she walks away, you know, goes to another cart, you know, and with everybody themselves, you know. And then all of a sudden they do this and do that, and they grab his bag away from him, you know. Then all of a sudden one of the guys holds him down while the other one punches him in the face, you know. And then all of a sudden he's down on the ground again, just like it was in the alley, you know. They're kicking the shit out of him. I mean, literally kicking the shit out of him. He pulls a gun out. He shoots every one of them and kills them all but one. The one gets out and tries to run because he shot him in the leg, you know. And he's trying to get away. He gets down there and when he gets to the stairs, he shoots and kills him right there. And I was like, well, in a way, that was just self-defense, you know. They actually was beating the hell out of him, kicking the hell out of him, beating the shit out of him, you know. I mean, that's self-defense right there, you know. And they shouldn't have done it in the first place, you know, if they didn't want to get killed, you know. But then all of a sudden, all this happens, you know, and after he loses his job, you know, he talks to his mom, you know, and everything, and he got this girl, you know, I think it's his neighbor, you know, and he goes to her and kisses her, you know, and spends some time with her, you know, and it looks like it's his girlfriend, you know, and then later on, she finds out more about him, you know, and more about her, you know, and then it's like she didn't want to have nothing to do with him anymore. And so he goes off, he comes home, you know, he puts her to bed, you know, trying to take good care of her, you know. And next thing you know, he looks and he sees on the coffee table in the front room, he finds a letter, and he reads it, and he finds out that somebody was trying to help him and his mom out because of something, you know, and apparently his mom said something about something, you know, so she thought he was actually going to kill her. So she ran in the bedroom hollering, saying, "You're mad at me now, you're going to kill me," you know, and she shuts the door and locks it, you know, and he talks to her, you know, and let her know he wasn't going to do nothing, you know, he's not mad at her, he just wanted to talk to her about it, you know, and then she starts talking to him through the door, you know, and this and that, you know, that was it, you know, he don't really do anything, you know. He gets in that train, you know, and then they do all this, you know, and it's pretty, I mean, the show's pretty damn good. Later on, he goes off and he finds, he tries to find, he goes off and talks to Wayne. He goes off and talks to Wayne, and tries to find out who's his dad, you know, and he talks to Wayne's dad, you know, and tells him about his dad, you know, and he says, I don't know what you heard, I don't know what she told you, but I'm not your dad, you know, and Wayne is not your dad, you know, and all this and that, you know, and then he walks away, you know, and he looks at, because she's in the hospital because she had a stroke or something, you know, because these look like cops or investigators were sitting there talking to her about supposed to be her son, and caused her go into a stroke and everything, and wind up making her go into a hospital. and he goes off and he's trying to figure out who his real mother really is, you know, if that really is his mother or what, you know. And he tried to talk to him, and he says, sorry man, these are the records. He said, she's your real mother. And he, all of a sudden, he said, can I have those documents? He said, I can't help you, I can't let you have these documents unless she signs them, you know, for me to give her. He takes the documents, them documents, and steals them. Finds out that the documents are not just about her, it's about him as well. And found out, and he looks at the birth certificate thing, and it says that that he was abandoned as a child. That he was abandoned as a child. That apparently his mother, his so-called mother, that did not want him, and she left him as abandoned. She abandoned him as a child, and therefore that lady came in and saw him, and you know, and she took him in and adopted him, and he didn't know anything about it, you know, until it actually happened, you know, and so he found, and then later on he started laughing. After he found out, he started laughing about it, you know, and so after he lost his job, he decided to go ahead and do stand-up comedy, you know. And then this guy that was always doing stand-up comedy shows, you know, he was actually showing a video of him doing stand-up comedy, you know, and he was actually making fun of him, you know, and the way he was laughing and everything, you know. And he said, and so eventually he went back to the hospital to see about his so-called mother, you know, to check on her to make sure she was okay. And then when he did, he sit there, he was sitting on in the chair, you know, he was sitting there talking, you know, while she was laying there, you know, unconscious, you know, asleep, you know. And next thing you know, he later on he does find out that it's not his mother at all. And then he goes off and he does some things to her, you know, and therefore he becomes a joker, you know. He goes to that girl's house, her apartment, you know, talks to her, you know, and she goes off and comes in there, and she doesn't expect him because he never knocked on the door or nothing. He just walks right on in and sits on the couch, you know, and she comes in there and finds him on the couch, and she says, "What are you doing here?" You're in my house. She said, "What are you doing here?" And he said some things, you know, and I couldn't hardly hear because I had to turn my TV up a little bit louder, because that's how it is. It sounds like, the movie sounds like this here, when you can't hardly hear nothing. That's how it sounds. And I had to turn my volume almost nearly level 50. I was like, I'm hoping there ain't no gunfires or anything like that going on. You know, how explosions goes on in here, because if that happens, I gotta turn it down. I don't want people hearing that shit. You know, so I turned it up a little bit louder so I can hear, you know. And he goes back to his apartment, you know. He goes back to his apartment, you know, and he sits there and dances, you know, and talks, you know, and he dresses up real nice, you know. And then these two guys and the little guy comes. There's one tall guy and there's one small guy comes walking to his door, knock on the door. He lets him in and talks to him, you know, and he tells him what's going on, what happened, you know. They heard about his mother, you know, which he found out it wasn't his real mother after all, you know. And they didn't know about it, you know. And he sit there and said, "Well, we come here to cheer you up, you know, and we brought a bottle of champagne or something like that, you know." He's like, "Well, thank you, but I'm already cheered up. I'm already happy, you know. She's gone now, you know, and she's in a better place now, and I'm excited. I'm happy for that, you know." And he said, "I'm really happy, you know." And then he said, "Okay, well, he's gonna tell you what. He's while we're here, let's go ahead and celebrate, shall we?" And all of a sudden, he sit there and he had a pair of scissors on with him, you know. And then all of a sudden, he goes off and he stabs him a few times, and kills him, and then he takes his head and does something else to his head. You know, and I'm not going to explain what he does, but yeah, you get the idea of it. After he kills him, you know, like the Joker does, you know. The little guy goes off and he's in the corner, whimpering, you know, scared, you know, and he sits there and says, and Joker says, "Go." And he all of a sudden he runs to the door, he's like, ah, like that, he jumps at him, he's like, ah, and you know, he runs to the door, he unlocks it, and all of a sudden he says, Joker, he says his name, you know, he's like, I can't get out, and he's like, oh, sorry about that, man, here, let me help you. Yeah, all of a sudden I was like, yeah, what's this? He's about to get killed now. Nope. He unlocks the door and he kind of lets him out, but he's making him look like he's going to kill him, you know. But he opens the door and he lets him out, and that's it. You know, he lets him go. So he knows about it. He knew that even though if he told them, and investigators or the cops what happened, or who did what, you know, then what he did. He would get away. He would probably run away from it, run away anyway. So yeah. But I will say this. It is really good. You know, I will say this though. The movie was really. I know some people told me the movie was stupid and ain't no good, and some people tell me it is good, but it has a bad ending to it, you know, or a sad, not bad, but a sad ending to it. I find this movie, Joker, really outdone. You know, the character, the guy that played the Joker on this movie actually did a fantastic job. I don't know anything about this guy, okay? The guy that played this character as the Joker, I don't know anything about him. All I know is he did a damn good job. He did a damn good job as a Joker. 2 thumbs up on that. No. So what I'm gonna rate this movie? Well, I'm gonna give this movie a 7. No. I take that back. I'm gonna give this movie an 8 out of 10. I know usually it's supposed to be like a game that you do that on, but seriously, my review, I say how I feel. Okay, I give this movie an 8. I give this movie an 8 out of 10. Now I could go a little bit higher than that, but I can't do that because they have everything on here. As you see on the picture, they have everything on here just right, except for 2 things that's wrong with this picture here. The suit and the pants. The suit and the pants are supposed to be purple, not red. And as you see on this picture, his suit was blue. His suit was red. And so everything, like I said, everything else was right, you know, except for the suit and the pants, you know. But overall, the movie is really damn good. I recommend anybody renting the movie, or if you have the money for it, buy the movie. I strongly recommend it, especially if you're a Joker fan. If you are a Joker, if you are a big fan of the Joker, this movie is definitely for you. If you're not a Joker fan, you're not gonna really like it, you know. It's not. I mean, it's good. It's not that good, but it is good. But if you're like I said, if you're a Joker fan, you're gonna love it. If you're not a Joker fan, you don't know anything about Joker or what he is, or you know, if you haven't watched the Batman shows, you know, when Joker's in it, you know, or especially games, and you don't know anything about the Joker, then you're not gonna love this movie at all. You're not gonna want to watch the movie. But like I said, if you are a Joker fan, you know all about Joker, and you would like to know how he became the Joker, this movie it will tell you everything. It's all about that. It's all about that. And now, is Harley Quinn in this movie? No. If she was, I sure didn't see her. Unless that was supposed to be Harley Quinn, it was supposed to be claiming it was his mother. I don't know. All I know is that this is all about the Joker, and it did have Wayne's dad in it, you know, and Wayne as a kid as well, and his mom and dad at the end of it was pretty. I mean, the show at the end of it is pretty damn good, you know, especially when on the show of the Batman, where they show that Bruce Wayne's mom and dad got killed by the Joker, and supposed to be the Joker. On this show here, it was a street thug who was dressed up like the Joker, and shot and killed his mom and dad, and let the kid alone, you know. And that's basically what happened on this show here. Now they have now I will say at the end of the show they do have Joker in the back of the police car, but unfortunately some guy dresses up like the Joker, and it's in the I think it was in the garbage truck or some kind of truck, and he smacks right into a police car and kills the cop and kills him, and nearly killed Joker. Nearly gets killed too, and he gets hurt really bad, you know. And then they picked him up out of the cop car, you know, and they said they laid him down on the hood, on the front of the hood of the cop car, and when he does, he waits, and then all of a sudden he comes back, and he wakes up, and he gets up and starts looking, and he sees everybody that looks like the Joker sitting there dancing and prancing, you know, and look like they're having a great time, you know, praising him, you know, and he's sitting there doing the same thing, you know, and next thing you know, all that happens, you know, and he has like he looks like he's in the nut house, you know. And the lady who's supposed to be his therapist was in there with him, you know, talking to him, you know, and he was sitting there laughing, you know. And she said, "What's so funny?" And he said, "I'm just laughing about a joke I just thought of, you know." And then later on, and the camera cuts off and shows the alley. Looks like hallway of the building, you know. And next thing you know, he comes out of that room, and there's blood on the bottom of his feet, you know. And he goes to the window, he starts dancing a little bit, you know, and then all of a sudden when they try to come after him, he gets away. He runs off and he gets away. So Joker gets away and escapes the nut house and goes on a rampage and everything, and does what the Joker really does, supposed to be doing, you know. But yeah, overall, I love this movie. I'm definitely giving this movie 2 thumbs up, 5 stars, 8 out of 10. I love this movie really much. I really did. I love this movie very much, and yeah. The next movie I will be doing is when it comes on DVD, that is, Birds of Prey. I'm going to be doing it because some people say, well, if you're a fan of the Joker, and if you're also a fan of Harley Quinn, then you're gonna love the movie, and you're gonna understand the jokes and all. But if you're not a fan of it, then you're not gonna get the movie at all, and you're gonna think the movie actually sucks, you know. That's what I'm hearing, you know. And I'm a big fan of Harley Quinn, just like I am with the Joker. So I'm definitely going to understand it. You know, I've seen it. In fact, the movie actually shows a trailer of Birds of Prey, and I saw a little bit of what it looks like, you know, and it looks pretty damn good to me. I like it, you know. So when that movie comes out, be on the lookout. I'm going to do a review of that movie as well. Okay. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for watching on this video on demand. Post your comments on this video. Let me know what you all think about this game. This review of Joker. If you liked it, if you liked what you've seen and you like what you hear, please hit the like button, subscribe, and share it, and turn on all notifications. Or if you did not like this video at all, you can always give it a dislike. You know, it helps out a whole lot too. Okay. Thanks for watching, everyone. Y'all have a wonderful night or day wherever you're at. Dragon Souls signing out. Also, I want to give a massive, special, huge shout out to Shameful Possessions for this PS4 theme of The Last of Us Part 2. So a big thank you to him. It works, and I love the music on it, too.